What's going on? I'm you know, driving home and just thought I'd talk some more about improvement and Kaizen, which is pretty much Japanese for self improvement. Uh, you know, a lot of the talk I hear is pretty much this invasion of Ukraine. I'm a military veteran. Actually, I'm a war veteran. Actually, um, it's not that many people that's been in the military and actually was in a war. You would think that everybody that's was in the military actually been in a war. Fortunately, there's a lot of people that served and they didn't have to go in the midst of a war. Like my grandfather, he was uh, he was in the Navy as well. He served during peacetime. My uncle as well. He served in the late 70s. There were conflicts, such as a conflict is like, for example, uh, when they bombed the Marine barracks in Lebanon back in the late 70s. That was a conflict. That was pretty much handled right away. Even the situation that happened, when in the early 80s, because he was in between the late 70s and early 80s. He had to go near like South Florida, where they were having a problem with Cubans. Uh, they were immigrating into South Florida because they were trying to flee communist Cuba. So yeah, all of those are like conflicts, basically peacetime activities. Well, I pretty much at the time I was trying to like kind of get away from my mom. I didn't really want to go back to college. I already went to college. My bright idea was to join the military, to get away from the ghetto in the hood where my mother was living at the time. That was my logic, was to go to the military to get away. What happened was, instead of being around like shootings and gang shootouts, I ended up getting into a situation where it was even worse. I got in, basically I signed up in 2001, uh, just about February 2001. Next thing you know, after I get out of boot camp, go, to Japan, station in Japan. I had to get a special clearance to do that. And next thing you know, after a few months, some planes hit the building in New York. And 3 days later, we were, pretty much embarked on the journey with Navy SEALs on board. And, I was on an aircraft carrier, so it was planes and armament and all of that. And I'm in the mix of a war. I left the hood, which it was turf wars. I think it was the Vice Lords and the uh, GDs or the BDs or something like that. And I went to, you know, basically the Crusades 2001, basically with M16s, M4s, you know, uh, nuclear warhead missiles on board, and all the armaments as far as you can think of, F-18s, F-14s, Tomahawk missiles, Sidewinder missiles. I left one war to go into a bigger war, basically. And the thing about it is, when I got back home, you know, I had to pretty much pick up where I left off, and I still had to fight, to basically survive, to fit in, and it pretty much is a lot harder back in the civilian world than it is even in the midst of a war. Even going in the military, it's a lot easier to deal with all of that than going back home. And pretty much in the military, you pretty much get everything taken care of. You don't necessarily have to worry about uh, if you living on a ship, you don't have to, or if you living in a barracks or whatever branch you are in, you don't have to worry about taking care of any type of rent or mortgage or anything like that. Paying light bills and gas bills and all that other stuff. When you come back to the civilian world, that's what you got to pay for. You got to pay all of these bills. You got to fight capitalism and all of it brings to your table and to your doorstep. And dealing with the cost of living and everything that goes with that, it's very, very difficult. Very difficult. And I'm not the only person that ever mentioned how the civilian world is actually tough, just as tough, if not tougher, than the actual being in the military. So that being said, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was, pretty much listening to a lot of this stuff about Ukraine and the Russians and NATO and all that stuff. And I because, to be honest, this wealth gap, this economic disparity, that pretty much I'm trying to deal with myself and others are trying to deal with on a daily basis as well. It's more rougher to me dealing with that than worrying about some white people trying to fight some other white people uh in another part of the world. I just, it might sound bogus or even racial or whatever, but it is what it is. This fight here with trying to get a piece of wealth or get any type of financial success is more of a problem kicking my ass individually, as well as many other people, than some people, some radical jujitsu warrior trying to get pieces of his empire back from his home country, thousands and thousands of miles away. I'm just keeping it real. It's kind of like James Brown said, you can have Watergate, but give me some bucks and I'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really checking for that shit. I mean, really, to be honest, I'm not. But moving along, basically, let's see here. What else is on the docket? All right, yeah, stocks, the money, the economy, the NASDAQ, the NYSE, those things. Um, the market is it's been like this before. It's been down. The market is up and down, up and down, and up and down, and it's long periods of times where it's down. I told you fools to learn how to short the market. Learn how to Yeah, butter faces and stocks all day. I told you fools, the basically the big boys, the grown people, the adults, while the kids go to bed and adults have fun, they go in short stocks. They, have options where, the stock goes in reverse, goes the other way, they make money. That's where the advanced people, I mean, if you want to be a one trick pony and just buy stocks when it only goes up, I'm all in on my real estate. I mean, my plan is still my plan. I'm damn near almost done, but I ain't really putting no money in no markets right now. And the thing is that I've lost a lot of money with that stupid ass logic. It is what it is, but the thing is that if you do have money to put in the market and you're just this one trick pony where you just buying shares and then it goes up, ooh, whoop-de-doo, it goes up a little bit. Oh, thank you. Like, unless you're buying tens of hundreds of thousands of shares, or if you're buying, if you got so much money, you could buy shares of companies that's $50+ a share, you're not going to make no big impact doing that. The money is made in options trading and shorting the market, because the market is going to go down probably more than it goes up. I mean, that's a fact. Okay. I mean, I'm not rich yet. I may never be an actual millionaire or billionaire, but I ain't stupid. I know what I see. I know what I've researched and studied, and I literally you could hear from a billionaire, a millionaire. They got tons of books. They talk every day on CNBC. I mean, let them tell you. Don't listen to some broke dude somewhere in West Egypt telling you anything. Hear it from the horse's mouth. But at the end of the day, I know what I know, and I know that people that have made a lot of money with this pandemic, they took a lot of money out they 401k or whatever retirement fund, and they put it in options. They are, at that time are millionaires, if not already millionaires. I mean, it's just understanding the things. One thing I'll say about Chicago, Chicago has one of the biggest options trading uh basically centers in the globe, which is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They actually on their site, they have options courses that you can literally learn about options. I mean, basically, once you grow up and put your big boy pants on and get some balls about yourself and learn the Greeks and puts and calls and all that other stuff, then you can make money even if the market is down. No matter what, if it's up or if it's down, like freaking Cardi B song and shit, like you gonna make money. Um, you can lose it too, though. Don't get me wrong. I work with a dude now, about 70 some years old. He said in the early 80s, he lost about all of his damn life savings damn near on options trading. So you can still lose your bread. Okay. You can lose the children's college fund and your life savings with options too. Definitely gotta be careful. But yeah, stocks are down. My portfolios are down. Um, my Robinhood is damn near back to the 20s. Uh, yeah, I mean it's rough, but this is when you make the most money. Like people like Robert Kiyosaki said, when he loves when the market is down. He loves when the real estate market is down. That's when the opportunity that you could make the most money, because it's basically a fire sale. You could make so much money. Like, for example, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I really don't want to buy no another house that like it's fire damage. But I don't know if you know how to put on a roof. I know more about roofs and rafters and shit, gutters and stuff like that now than I did when I first bought a house that was fire damaged. I know more people, I know more tradesmen. I mean, I'm in the business myself doing handyman work. I mean, I might be able to buy a house that's, fire damaged if it's maybe brick, and then fix it up, and make a killing, because, nobody really wants to buy a fire damaged house. But this is when you make the money. When the stocks are down, that's when you can make a killing. I mean, you gotta understand if it's a sale or not. I mean, all I can tell you is Google is formulas. So Warren Buffett has a formula. Look it up. That's the best way I can tell you on that, is formulas to this shit. It's definitely formulas to this shit. But that's that. Uh what's the name of who again? What name are you referring to? Oh man, this ain't nothing but a Target special, bro. Target, like Target off the rack. I mean, it's very, very basic. My other coat, I was working on my house so much, I got like putty, gas pipe putty on it, and that stains your any fabric. It doesn't come out. And then also PVC pipe, like glue and primer, like that stuff does not come out your clothes. So I got like one jacket that's just my like work jacket when I'm working on my house or working doing some dirty work, and I had to get another coat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I'll type it in. I'll type it in the chat here. It's basically it's one of the biggest options markets in the world. So yeah, that's that. And pretty much, that's that's that. And then also, like I say, I'm in the throes of home improvement renovations right now. You know, um, basically, it's a bitch. I mean, fixing up a house, like sometimes, like people fixing up a car, is really sucks. But fixing up a house with your own capital is a is a it just sucks. It sucks. Um, I remind myself like, yeah, it's people paying, a mortgage. I'm still paying on my house too, but it's like I got like 3 grand left to pay, but it's like, man, people paying $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month for a mortgage, so they could, get a house that's already fixed up, good to go, move in ready. And I'm doing something that's unconventional. Most people don't do. Most people don't buy no house cash and fix it up. I mean, very small, minute people that do that. And I'm one of those people trying to do that, and it's a pain. And I sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very, very much like freaking pissed off and just like, damn, man, you know, everybody else not going through these struggles and I'm going through. It sucks, but I'm reminded at the end of the day, I ain't got a mortgage. I just gotta get things done and fixed up. But I think that you should. It's a way you could do it. Like I really should have probably just got an apartment, for like a year or so, even 2 years. Uh, even now, if somebody like if I could find an apartment, I'll probably look into it. But I would probably take it because um, it just a lot better. It's a lot cheaper than a hotel. But I think that's what if any blunder that I made last year, actually it wasn't even last year. It was yeah, it was 2020. I was gonna get an apartment and I was like, nah, I thought my house would already be done in, but I didn't do it. So, I went the hotel route and it cost way too much money. But thing is that yeah, it sucks, man. Sucks fixing up houses, man, with your own cash. Unless you got tall cash, or you make tall cash, it just sucks. Um, so I just I'm day to day with things, but once I get through it, I still see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's kind of hard to have that level of optimism, to have that light at the end of the tunnel, and just keep every day doing something. But it just sucks, man. Because like I know that house just needs so much, just needs damn near everything, and trying to put the pieces together, it just sucks, man. It really, really sucks. I mean, um, I really, man, I'll be like, man, I'll be thinking about homosexuals. Like, man, I'm like, damn, man, I I know I can still work some magic, but damn, man, I don't want to have to go back to old ways. But I probably would entertain some damsel that lives by herself if if the opportunity met itself. I ain't gonna lie. Oh man. But anyways, man, I just wanted to, come through and tell little tales and get give a little entertainment and insight, you know. So y'all definitely have a wonderful evening. Continue on my journey.
Message.